Oh my goodness, guys, look what we are getting into today. It's bubbling and ready to come out of the oven. Stick around. Hi everyone, Gabby here. How are you doing? You know, today is New Year's Eve, and I'm determined that after the first of the year, I've got to get back off the sugar again. Today, however, I'm going to be making a chocolate cobbler cake, and it appears to be like a lava cake, but you just make it in a bigger pan. So just follow along with me while we're making that, okay? I have a little recipe here. It seems like it's like basically 3 or 4 different steps. It seems like it's going to be a lot, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm used to only 3 or 4 ingredient recipes, but this just looked too good to pass up. See, and I just finished making a big pan of the ranch chicken. I have a recipe for that on my website. So what you do is you take 3/4 cup of butter, and you're supposed to put it in the oven, but since I was, can you see that in there? Since I was making the ranch chicken, I just sat it on the back burner, and of course it melted. You have to mix up the dough, and then we're going to drop that into spoonfuls into that. That's what the recipe tells me to do. And of course, this is the first time I'm making it, but it looks like it might become a quick favorite. So first, we're going to put 1 cup of flour. This is self-rising flour, okay? Self-rising. And then we're going to put a cup of sugar, which I have already here. And I used the golden sugar, but it doesn't matter. Just regular sugar is fine. So we're going to mix that in. Then we're going to put in 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And this is the cocoa powder that I'm using. You don't want to get the Dutch process kind. You want to use the 100% cocoa powder. All right, we'll just sprinkle that around as best we can. And then we'll stir this up a little bit. Gizmo here. Oh yeah, that might work. Then the next thing is supposed to be a teaspoon of vanilla, and then your 1/2 cup of milk. So, do you guys like the lava cake? I just love lava cake. Oh my goodness, I can't even. I love it. All right, what are you guys doing today for New Year's Eve? I'm just going to cook some food, and I'll probably go over to my daughter's for a little while. And then, like I said, this little cake is my last big hurrah for this sugar situation. And I definitely got to get off the sugar. All right, so we just pour this in. Mix that up. All right. Now, it does say to use a 9 by 13 pan, but this is what I usually make my cobbler in, or bread pudding or whatever, so I'm just going to use that. Plus, it's deeper, so I thought that it would make like the pudding part of it deeper in the bottom. So, you know, who doesn't want that chocolate pudding? Alright, so we got this stirred up. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is take 1 cup of the sugar and 1/4 cup of the cocoa powder and mix that together. I'll just sprinkle that in. Oh, and we need 1.5 cups of boiling water. So I already got that prepared in my little hot pot thing here, so it can be heating up, and it's already the right amount in there. Let's mix this up. If you guys have ever tried this before, I mean, I don't even remember having this when I was a kid. It says that it was kind of like from the 1970s, I think. So, like I said, I don't remember having this myself, but I could have. The only thing I ever remember having like this would be the chocolate lava cake. All right. So that's going to go sprinkled on top. So, okay. So we're going to spoon this on top of the butter and just try to do it evenly as you can, because you're not going to mix any of this together. It's just going to, just like I guess a regular cobbler, you know, you don't mix anything together. So you're just going to let it do its own thing once it's in the oven. So I'll just try to get it as even as I can. Boy, that cocoa powder really smells good. Yummy. And then, of course, you know, we're going to have some vanilla ice cream with this, which I did get some. But the water's coming to a boil, so that's good. We unplug that. And just a little bit more. We went down to the community center this morning. I don't know if any of you guys have those sorts of events or not, but they had like a noon eve, I think is what they called it. And, you know, they had all this stuff set up for the little kids to do and everything. So that was a lot of fun. Christian really enjoyed it. Alrighty. And now we're going to take this and just sprinkle it across the top of it. Yeah, that might be not a good idea. I better probably use a little spoon here. I want to make sure I don't just dump it all in one spot. All right, so then we just cover the top of the cake with this. And you only bake it for 30 minutes. Right. Now see, this seems like an awful lot of topping, but this is what's going to go down in the bottom and make your pudding for you. So I guess in that case, you probably do need a lot. But I'll give it as even as I can. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. This looks like it's going to be really chocolatey, which won't bother me at all. Like I said, if any of you guys have made this before, please leave me a comment down below and let me know if that's how you made it or not with this kind of recipe. All right, so now here's the boiling water. This is probably going to be the tricky part, getting this in the oven. All right, so you're just supposed to pour this over the top of it just slowly. Don't dump it all at once. All right. So I get this will give it a little bit head start on cooking, maybe. Well, yeah, if all this goes down in there and makes that lava stuff, this is going to be so good. So, there we have it. I guess you can see that. So, I'll put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and whenever it's done, I'll come back and we'll see what it looks like. All right, everyone, you were supposed to bake that for just 30 minutes, and that's what I did. Completely looks done on top. It is kind of swishy around in there. Can you see that moving? It says that it does get more set up at the longer you wait as it cools down. But definitely we want to try a piece of it while it's still warm. All right, so let's get a look. You ready for this? Let me cut it so I can show you guys what it looks like. Oh my goodness, yes, it totally, look at this liquid in the bottom. Can you see that right there? Wow. Yeah. This maybe could be a dangerous recipe going into the new year. Oh my goodness. So I wonder how thick that will get as it sets. So let me show you a close-up of that. Here's the cake, and here's the fudge on the bottom, or pudding. Okay, guys, it's ready to taste. Look at that goodness. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. It certainly looks delicious. Now, I do hope that this liquid gets thickened up as it cools, because it's still pretty warm right now. My goodness, guys, you have to try this. This is delicious. I mean, this is a great treat for any time, and it's easy to make. But for Valentine's Day, for you and a special person, this would be a wonderful treat. So, this is Gabby. I'll be back again later, and I hope you will be too. Bye.